My people, everybody is so angry today. Some people wish they can open the ground and something big will happen. But let me tell you, calm down. It is not over yet. This Nigeria government are in the hot soup. It is globally disgrace. This is what we call globally what? Disgrace. Everybody have seen the marginalization Nnamdi Kanu and Igbo people is talking about have shown himself today. Nnamdi Kanu is in high spirit. Whether they pronounce him life sentence, whether they even say they want to buy him, Nnamdi Kanu is very, very strong. And we are going to look into what is happening. You know, they say that the big elephant in the house is bullying the small elephant. Why the bigger elephant on top is watching? That is what is happening today. Do you know the judgment is also going on Nigeria head, on Nigeria government head today, Tinubu head today. And the US are going to take action against Tinubu because he is recklessly keeping quiet, and their terrorist government that they keep quiet, they don't want to fight the terrorists. The people that are buying people, the people that are with AK, the people that come with gun in the military, sit with the police, the military man to discuss peaceful deal. Why in the East they are buying innocent youth and they are persecuting Nnamdi Kanu because they said that he said something with his mouth. The judge is helping the persecutor today to explain. If you see that judgment, don't worry, I'm going to play that video. You are going to listen to it. I want to get the full video. I'll make it when I'm going to post it here for you to watch and hear every damn thing that this judge is talking. This is not a judgment. I'm asking, is Omotosho a secondary school student or a primary school student? Because the way he's reading the judge, like a script that somebody write and give him to read that in the court today. My people, this is so embarrassing. If you see that judgment wherein they talk you will shame for yourself. So we're going to watch the videos of what played today in the US against Nigeria. And we are going to listen to somebody like Showore, to Nnamdi Kanu lawyers. Stay tuned and share this video.
Dear friends of the free world, I want to protest against the treatment of Nnamdi Kanu, the hero of Biafra, the Mandela of Nigeria, and the Rugova of West Africa, a peaceful man, a trusted man, a credible personality of global standing, and is treated so shamelessly in the kangaroo courts of Nigeria this morning. It's an absolute disgrace, and the free world asks and calls. Therefore, the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and Kaja Kallas, the Foreign Minister of the European Union, to punish Nigeria and to make very clear no more support for Nigeria if Nnamdi Kanu is not freed and liberated immediately, in this kind of mock political Stalin's kind of prosecution which the Nigerians have copied from the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia is an absolute disgrace and must be ended, and he must be free. Free Nnamdi! Free Nnamdi! Free Nnamdi! Here from Vienna we shout that loud and clear, and I hope the world is listening, hearing, and saying to Nigerian authorities in their brutal authoritarian style that this must stop. Liberate Nnamdi, free him, he must be free. Thanks a lot, all the best.
Nnamdi Kanu is a clear example. In 2022, Nigeria's Court of Appeal struck down the charges against him and ordered his release. The UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has also called for his unconditional release. Yet he remains in solitary confinement, in deteriorating health, and recently had to represent himself in court. Nigeria has signaled that the law is optional and targeting Christians is fair game. Just hours ago this morning, despite the pleas and cries of Nigerian people and many Nigerian lawmakers, Nnamdi Kanu was convicted on all charges. For fiscal year 2025, the U.S. has requested nearly $8 billion for sub-Saharan Africa. But when Americans see political prisoners, judicial defiance, and the slaughter of Christians, they understandably ask as they meet their own struggles, why should our tax dollars support governments that refuse to protect their own people? Is our aid aiding a genocide? Nigeria is a nation of tremendous potential, but that potential is being choked out by violent persecution of its Christian population. No country can build a stable future where churches are burned, believers are killed, and communities live in fear.
Case for Nigeria's CPC designation last March. Thankfully, President Trump listened, and he made his decision based on two criteria. One, under the International Religious Freedom Act, that these were severe violations of religious freedom, and that the government of Nigeria, President Tinubu, was either actively engaged or tolerating these violations. Those are the criteria of the IRF Act.
I'll start over. Chairman Smith, Ranking Member Jacobs, distinguished members of the subcommittee, thank you for the opportunity to join my colleague, Senior Bureau Official Pratt, to discuss the Trump administration's decision to redesignate Nigeria as a country of particular concern in accordance with the International Religious Freedom Act of 1998. President Trump's decisive action to designate Nigeria as a CPC made clear that the United States stands ready to champion the rights of Christians and protect them from religious persecution. The religious freedom situation in Nigeria is well documented in the annual IRF reports. The IRF Act, designed by Congress nearly 3 decades ago, establishes religious freedom as a U.S. foreign policy priority and mandates that the president call out religious freedom violators as a reflection of the importance our nation places on America's first freedom. As my colleague stated, the levels of violence and atrocities committed against Christians in Nigeria are appalling. Particularly in the Middle Belt, these attacks directly target Christian populations. Ample witness testimonies have confirmed attackers used religious language during their attacks and specifically targeted Christians for killing, abduction, and rape. It is clear Nigerians are being attacked and killed because of their faith, and the Nigerian government must uphold its duty to protect them. The United States stands with civil society and religious actors brave enough to speak about the tragic violence and discrimination they face in Nigeria. When Bishop Wilfred Anagbe and Father Remigius Eyula testified before Chairman Smith's hearing last March about religious freedom, these two courageous religious leaders reported they received threats rather than protection from the Nigerian government. But the United States listened, and we will continue to listen and act until the Nigerian government protects religious freedom, strengthens its protections for vulnerable Christians, and holds perpetrators accountable. In addition to these failures, Nigerian officials also continue to prosecute individuals for alleged blasphemy, which stands in clear violation of Nigeria's obligation to safeguard free speech. Under the Sharia penal codes enforced in 12 of its states, Nigeria is one of only 8 countries in the world that allows for penalties up to execution for blasphemy, along with Iran and Pakistan, which have long been designated CPCs. When authorities detain individuals accused of blasphemy, the judicial process often takes years while they remain in prison, sometimes on death row. Mobs often take the law into their own hands with impunity. For example, in 2022, a mob killed Deborah Samuel Yakubu, a student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, in a heinous attack after she was accused of blasphemy. This young Christian woman's life was taken too soon, yet her murderers remain free. With horrifying reports of discrimination, abuse, torture, disappearance, and even the murder of individuals simply trying to practice their faith freely and safely, religious freedom is not an abstraction, but an obligation Nigeria must uphold. This administration has heard the steady, clarion call from civil society and religious actors about the pernicious impact of the violence on religious communities. The Nigerian government must protect religious freedom, strengthen protections of vulnerable Christians, hold perpetrators accountable, and make measurable progress toward ending this violence against Christians as well as any Nigerians persecuted for their faith. We greatly appreciate the committee's dedication to shedding light on the situation in Nigeria and support in advancing freedom, religious freedom, not just in Nigeria, but around the world. And I want to personally thank you, Chairman Smith, for your tireless efforts over the decades about religious freedom and, of course, other human rights abuses, including combating human trafficking. So thank you, Chairman Smith. I welcome your questions.
Thank you so very much for your testimonies.
My people, now good evening. Just because many of you have been calling me, let everybody calm down. We are filing our notice appeal tomorrow. And be rest assured, the judgment is going to be set aside because this is not judgment at all. If you are doubting me, I will get the cities of the judgment tomorrow. I will give it to you and the record of proceedings. You will now discover that the judge left what issues that we raised. He left everything that we are talking about and be writing another thing. So that judgment, it was predicated on anger. It just, Nnamdi Kanu has insulted me. I will show him that I'm a judge. That's all. That's all. It's not predicated on law at all. A matter that was not investigated, the judge, you rejected the statement of Nnamdi Kanu, the DSS wanted to tender. Now, if a matter that was not investigated, there was no statement, there was no investigation report, on what basis are you giving judgment? Issues of the whole Nnamdi Kanu, you did not even address it. You are talking about Britain, British High Commission, bombing American Embassy. All those things doesn't make sense at all. We are finding our appeal tomorrow. We are going to set it aside. Let everybody calm down. Thank you and God bless you.
It will not stand. It will not stand. Nobody is going to trample on me. Nobody is going to trample on Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He's a man that was pursuing change. To pursue a separate nation of yours is not a crime. So in Nigeria today, if somebody says, don't be silly, you get convicted. Nnamdi Kanu may broadcast, and so what? And you convict him for terrorism for mere words in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What kind of precedent is being laid? So from here, we are heading to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal is the only court in this country, or the next court in this country, that sits as a jury. We are going to approach the justices there to check out what happened in court today. And we are pretty sure the justices will agree with us that today was the symbol of the travesty of justice that everybody has been suspecting all along. If the Court of Appeal disagrees with us, we head to the Supreme Court. But by God Almighty, Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stand convicted. He's going to get overturned. Thank you.
The lies can reign for a just few days, but the truth will always come and stand forever. My people, they want to put panic on us, but we are fully ready for whatever they're expecting from us. This is not time to shake or to panic, but it's a time to be strong. The truth will always stand, and the lie will run away from the truth. If what Nnamdi Kanu stands for is for justice and for the truth and for total freedom of his own people, he will surely come outside victorious. If they like, let them do anything they can do. Nothing will happen to Nnamdi Kanu. The matter is on the lion's hand, and no one will bring it out. My people, share up. The time is now. Don't bother for anything. The God is on our side. So share this video and drop your own opinion in the comment section.